week we're going to start looking at the 18 card legacy games. Usually we'll show off just a couple seconds of a whole bunch of videos, but here we're going to show off a little bit more because we want to show you how the game works and then a little bit how the legacy elements come into play. We received 60 entries and we're probably going to spend a couple weeks going through a good chunk of them. So let's get started.
You are a spy. You will plant a microphone card in your friend's home and try to recover it 3 days later. When you see redact, place a redacted sticker on that side of the card. When you're ready to play, remember and follow these steps. Burn this card. Go to your friend's house. Proceed to card 1A.
In Blood Legacy, you'll use these two cards to become the best vampire. This is the player card. Each player has one of these cards. This is the event card. You'll notice that on this card there are two different events. During the course of the game, you'll be able to cut this on the dotted line. On these cards, you'll also see that there are varying numbers. Each one of these represents something that can be found on your player card. The V, for example, is the vampire. How many vampires are in your clan? The H stands for humans. This is how many humans you are still able to eat depending on the era. The P is for prestige. This can be seen with the crown. And the last one, the F, is for fear. This is how much the humans fear you and hate vampires. In the first round or era, you're going to draw 4 cards, which will give you 8 different options. From those 8 different options, you're going to pick one event that you want to happen. In this example, I'm going to choose Scare the Local Town or Village, this card right here. I'll take the other 3 cards and put them in the discard pile. I then take the card that I chose, cut it in half so that it's 2 separate cards now. I take the card that I wanted and put it next to my player card where I'm able to then update all my stats. Starting with the amount of humans that I eat, I update my card, then moving over to Prestige and to Fear.
Dracula the Legacy is a 2-player semi-cooperative legacy game with RPG mechanics that takes place over 12 games or years.
Players play as the Van Helsing children in Transylvania, who are tasked with stopping Dracula after the mysterious disappearance of their parents.
Every year, Dracula spreads his corruption across the land of Transylvania, and the Helsings must stop him before he completely overtakes the land.
The Van Helsings eventually want to kill Dracula, but they won't be able to do it until they grow strong enough and gain this mysterious green vial resource. In the meantime, they can work together or bravely encounter Dracula alone and attempt to satisfy his greed using the gold or the blood he covets. Successfully satiating Dracula will cause him to pull back from corrupting the land that year. However, he will return next year, and he will be greedier.
Hi, I'm Pablo da Pena and this is Shegami, a legacy game for 1 player, with rules for 2 and 3 player games. It is based on the story of a real pigeon in World War I that saved the lives of the soldiers of the famous Lost Battalion after they were stranded behind enemy lines. In the game, you'll guide the homing pigeon through her different missions, traversing the skies and battlefields to deliver her messages, up until her last fateful flight. The objective is to guide Cher-Ami during several rounds, and finish with at least 1 health point. To play the game, you'll have a hand of 4 cards, and will alternate placing a card from the deck and one from your hand to form a path, choosing between playing them on the left or on the right. You'll find things like clearings, where you can place another card on top, or flight sections that make you flight up or down. But the battlefield is full of dangers for a pigeon, and you lose 1 health point if you're on the same altitude as that section.
You are here to record corruption of. They host secret meetings here. You need to leave a microphone, card 3A, and return after 3 days. It's time to take down. Destroy card 2. Proceed to 4A.
When you finish each mission, new things get added to your game, like stickers or new cards. Some are helpful, while others will raise the stakes.
Each round, one player will be the planner. Starting with the oldest player and moving around the table clockwise, the planner will draw the top card of the planning deck and select one of the 6 events on the card and read the 2 choices next to that event out loud. For example, if you're recruiting new members, you could stage a jailbreak or pay some hired guns. After the event has been read, players will cast their vote by placing their voting cards face down with the letter of the choice they want facing the center of the table. For example, if I wanted to stage a jailbreak, I'd place the A facing the center of the table. The team with the majority of the vote scores points equal to the number facing the center of the table. As it goes with tough decisions, not everyone is going to be happy with the call that was made, and those on the losing team start to gather support. To symbolize this, all players in the losing team rotate their card to the next highest number in the sequence. The first player or players to reach 10 points win the game, and, like a person keeping track of their time at Alcatraz, put a tally mark on their card to signify that they've won.
Each player chooses a cassette card to use. Their card tells them the styles and genres that their crush loves and hates, and how many points they need to win a date with them. Each player gets 4 candy cards numbered 0 to 3. You'll use these cards to bid for songs as they play on the radio. To bid for a song, place a candy card face down by each of the radio cards. This is how much you're willing to pay your opponent to let you record one of the 2 songs to your mixtape. Reveal your bids. Whoever bid the higher value candy card wins the radio card. The other player keeps the candy. So a win for you means a stronger bidding hand for your opponent. If you win the bid, take the radio card and choose which of the 2 songs on it you want to add to your mixtape. Slide the card beneath your cassette so only one song shows. Now to play Legacy Mode, each player will choose and play with only one cassette for all games they play. Write the title of your mixtape onto the cassette. At the end of a game, if you score enough points to win a date with your crush, cross out the smallest point goal on your cassette card. This means you have to try harder to win another date with your crush. The first player to score 3 dates with their crush wins. Once you have won 3 dates with your crush, cover up their loves, hates, and crossed out point goals with a sticker of the same colour, and you're ready to play again.
Let's say we said fire and dog. Fire and dog. Okay, now we have 3 chances, 3, 2, 1, and speak to match. Each pick a word simultaneously that links the 2 words that we have chosen. So we've chosen fire, dog. 3, 2, 1. Dalmatian? Great, we did it. We said the same word, we've linked, we create that link on the table, we leave it there, our cave is growing. For each pair of words that we are not able to link after 3, 2, 1, 3 chances, those go aside and those are in the discard pile. At the end of the game, if somebody has never played before, they get to mark one of the cards, which involves adding additional words, additional connections, and their name and score.
In Benders, each card represents a hockey player. Each one has a rating for offense and defense, and 3 slots for stickers that will give them extra powers. Benders is a 2-player game. Each hand, players are dealt 6 cards, and one of them is chosen to be the offense, and the other is the defense. The offense player chooses a card, in this case, this one, and announces the offense rating, which is the top number. So this card is 15. The defensive player will choose one of their cards and announce the defense number. In this case, that's 14. In this case, the offense player wins. Their card goes into their score pile, and the defender's card is discarded. Upgrade stickers are placed in one of the 3 slots at the bottom of the card. When a new sticker is placed, a sticker can either go in one of the empty slots or can be used to replace a previously placed sticker. Add battle damage.
At the start of the campaign, 2 secret cards are removed from the deck. The rest are all double-sided cards, which gives you 32 unique encounters. The gameplay is really simple. When exploring a card, you choose an action, pay its costs, and gain its reward. The cards are stacked to show which resources you have gathered. When attempting a dangerous action, you may have to perform a danger test. If the next card shows a broken heart, you take 1 damage. Stack damages just like resources. Some cards will have you write on them, affecting the next time you encounter it or even other cards, so choose wisely. The campaign is therefore only playable once. Make it worth it.
Infiltration. How will you get inside? Bust a glass, card 5A. Pick a lock, card 5B.
Would you rather be in charge of a city being destroyed by a giant monster, or being that giant monster? In Meteors, you get to be both. Inspired by old Godzilla movies, Meteors is a 1 versus 1 legacy game. In it, when you play as the city, your adversary takes on the role of the monster terrorizing it. At the end of each round, players exchange roles. Which one of you will be the best at protecting your city? We'll see. The city. On its turn, the monster must perform 2 actions. It can move and it can activate powers. Move means moving 1 space forward. Activating a power means flipping the monster card. This will activate the power revealed on it. For example, this flip action will activate Crush, destroying the card directly underneath the monster. Meteors has 3 different endings and many narrative and gameplay twists that are indissociable from one another. Welcome to Meteors.